So how did that come about?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's a fun story.
Yeah.
So
it's a fun podcast.
Yeah.
Share it on podcast.
Keep it fun.
Like what Tristyn said earlier, was never on the goal board, was never on the vision board. We literally just had our heads down and we were trying to build our little empire and impact as many people around us. And one day we woke up, there was an email that came into the inbox and we're looking at it and it was like, you know, TV show, we want to interview you for something. And both of us looked at each other and we're like,
Scam.
Like, don't click on it because it might put a virus on our computer or something. Yeah. So we just let it go. And we went on
too.
Probably 2 or 3 months. But what started happening was our peers and some real estate agents on Oahu were reaching out to us and they're like, hey, this production company is reaching out to me. They're looking for a husband and wife team that does fix and flips, redevelopments on Oahu, and they do this many houses a year, and who we think would be good on TV. And so all of those people started referring the production company to us. And after we heard that 3 or 4 times, we're like, let's go back to that email and like, maybe it's legit, you know?
And then like just one Zoom led to more Zooms. I mean, we had no idea what the whole TV world even entailed. Like I said, it wasn't on the plan, you know? And so that was 3 years ago. One Zoom led to more Zooms, led to like doing a sizzle reel where they flew down because the production company's out of LA, the film crew's here, but we did that had to get pitched to the network, then that had to get greenlit, then you do an act 1 and then that has to go back to the network and get picked up, and then you can do a pilot and then that has to go like so it's a very long process. And we finally got full greenlit after our pilot to do a full season in February of 2023. We wrapped the pilot in December of 2022, which is the episode 1 that you see on the show with the pilot episode. And I think we got greenlit a couple months later in 2023. It was like February, March, and we started filming the season right away. So we filmed all of last year, and then that's what you see, season 1. That's that just finished.
And how long was the filming increment? Like, was it because it takes a while to remodel.
It took a year. It took a year to film.
A good year to do it all.
Wow.
So the way that we had it set up was we were filming for like 2 weeks, and then we'd have like a week break or a 2 week break.
It was like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, kind of, you know, like it was a luxury if we actually got the full 2 weeks off. But yeah, it was a lot on top of what we were already doing, you know.
It was a lot more than we even could have envisioned it to be.
It was all the things. It was fun, crazy, stressful. It was crazy. Yeah.
But the end product was amazing. And I'm super excited to watch the rest of the episodes. But for that, how much of it you had to plan ahead for TV? Or were they like really just following you throughout? Or did you have to be like, hey, uncle, can you come say this? Or like, auntie, can you come outside of your yard and like play with the dog or whatever?
Yeah.
What's interesting with this is all of the stories that you see actually happened, but they happened before, right? Because we had already got every house you see, we actually bought, we actually got it under contract, we actually renovated it, we actually sold it. But like meeting auntie next door, like that conversation happened a couple months ago. You know what I mean? So we had to, if she was even willing to have that conversation on camera, we were very like, guys, don't ask people to do stuff. Like they didn't sign up for this, you know, and it's always a give and a take with production because they're going to try and make the best TV show possible, which means like getting everything. And then you have us that's like, no, like leave people alone, you know? But for the most part, it was us showing up, filming the scene organically, authentically, and then it was them being like, okay, can you repeat that like 50 million times? And you're
say
like,
it this way and that way, and us fighting with them about what we will say and what we won't say, and it's the whole TV spin on it, you know. But all of the most of the construction aspect was we're in there doing our thing, they're filming it. You know what I mean? We had to reenact a couple of the storylines in the
like
front.
the dialogue.
The dialogue, because one of the things that was important to us was being able to see how we bought the houses. You know what I mean? Like that process, because that's a very important part. A lot of TV shows are just like walk into a bus up house and they're like,
they
okay,
bought it.
Here's the house. You know what I mean? So, and that's a big part of what we do is helping people that need to sell their house, right? A lot of times, you guys, you've seen the first episode, the houses are horrible. A bank won't finance that house. Like First Hawaiian Bank will not finance that house. You know what I mean? It has to be somebody like us that come in to buy it in a non-traditional route. And so we are getting these houses from people that really, really need to sell them and are having a hard time or cannot sell them any other way. And so being able to tell that story and show that side of helping out people when we buy the houses was important to us.
And that's his whole role in the business, right? But it's hard to showcase that part because it's not sexy, you know? But it's like, that's what makes our business go. There's nothing for us to make beautiful if he's not on the front end. And at the end of the day, we're dealing with people. Real estate is relationships, and real estate is just a byproduct of those relationships. And I think that has to be at the forefront always.